How about that? Now you should probably have like really loud audio now. Let's turn that down just a touch. There we go. So, all we got was clapping. Good. So, a lot of things have changed in the last month. What the biggest thing being that this is a different computer. So, if things are going crazy or something doesn't work quite right, that's probably just going to happen.
Happy Thanksgiving, you 3D printing legend.
Ben, thank you very much. I'd say happy Thanksgiving, but you guys probably don't celebrate that. But thank you. It was a good holiday. I appreciate the $5 tip, the €5 tip. Thank you. So yes, YouTube is telling me that my keyframes are bad, but I don't know if that's YouTube being weird. I've got it set to 2, so maybe we'll be okay. There are a ton of people in chat, and I don't want to ignore any of you. Mike Wiley's here. Mad Mike, hello. Andy is here. Ken. FPV for Pleasure, hello. Don the German Pretty Nerd, welcome. John Trolling for Dollars, welcome. Jeremy's here. Ben Hawk 3D Proto, he is here. Kevin Schofield is here. Dom is here, hello. Ricky Tanner is here, welcome Ricky. Joe Paddock is here. 3D Medic Vince is here. Colin Hill is here. Robert Reynolds is here. WM3D Prince, hello, how are you? And Serge is here. And Sergio, me and Sergio have a story for this week. And it's a good one. I'm pretty impressed. So, this is a Monoprice Ultimate, what do they call theirs? Monoprice Maker Ultimate, which I believe is just a rebadged Wanhao Duplicator 6. I got this printer a long time ago, and it's just been sitting in the box, basically. But I have seen these out in the wild, and I've watched them print, and they're a really good clone of another printer manufacturer. And they used to be really expensive, like $900. And they slowly came down. I have seen some of these now for like $375. And if they're anything close to what I think they are, it's a steal if you can get a hold of one. But we're going to check it out today. And just on top of that, this thing weighs 41 pounds. So there's a lot of metal in this thing. So that's going to be interesting. Unboxing it might be quite the task, but it's supposed to be ready to go. But you know how that goes. It might not be the case. Also, there's another twist to today, and that is there's supposed to be 45-mile-an-hour wind here and 8 inches of snow. So if the internet goes down or the house blows away or something like that, you will know what happened when the feed cuts off. So with all of that, then we can actually start our streaming day. Yeah, Blizz, see, Scott is in Kansas City as well. Welcome, Scott. Blizzard can't stop me. Viking Tubes, hello. You got Jake from State Farm is here, hello. He wants somebody to acknowledge him. Somebody pat that guy on the back. So this new computer, it gives me a higher resolution on some of these screens, and so that is also a little weird for me today. I'm going to raise the font on these because I'm getting old and can't see anything. Streamlabs, I also want that to be up so we can acknowledge things that happen. So we should do that. There we go. Matt Williamson, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. Imagination to form. I always mess that up. Hello. Yes, Colin. The Monoprice are always a little cheaper than the Wanhao for some reason. Tony Ryan is here. Hello. How's my Matter Hacker's Pulse? The poor Pulse has had some problems. So the shipping damage caused a lot more issue than I thought it did. And the first issue being that I noticed that the ground wire on the bed, the heated bed, was smoking. And so I pulled it all apart, and the ground wire had like 3 strands left in the insulation. So it was completely burned up. So I swapped those wires out, but then ever since, I'm getting heat dip. So I'm hitting thermal runaway. So just occasionally, and of course it's when I'm printing something that takes 11 hours, right? Just occasionally it will creep down to like 75 degrees and then thermal runaway and I'm done. And that is really frustrating. And I've checked out everything except the bed. And the bed has like a 1.8 ohm resistance on it, which I think is way too high for that configuration. So I'm still working with support. Support has been good about getting back to me, but over the Thanksgiving holiday, there really hasn't been much going on. So I'm hoping tomorrow we get back in with support and get all of that sorted out. Old. Let's see, what else? A little sound latency. The pulse lacks a pulse. Yes, Matt, yes, it was quite smoky. Sound latency, so it's dragging behind the video a little. Is that what we're talking about? I tried to set all of this up just like the other one. I just tried to import it, but that doesn't mean it always works correctly. Fine on your end, no latency here. Okay. All right, then we'll go with it. Okay, so I don't know, Sergio, I don't know how much time you have to hang out on the stream today. Matt, UK, hello, how are you? But I was gonna let everybody roll in for a little while. We'll unbox this and then we'll get to this other stuff if you don't mind. Maybe 30, 45 minutes or something. John Trolling for Dollars sent me this awesome knife, and it is now the official unboxing knife. I really should have opened that the correct way. Yes, and this is the official unboxing knife now, so we will use it to open all of our stuff. The razor? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, Ben. Nightbot timed somebody out. Stop posting links. I don't know gold. Tuned in last time, had a question. What printer would you recommend? Well, how frustrated do you want to be? Do you want to get into the hobby and tinker? Or do you want to just print some stuff? I guess that's the first question. You'll be there a whole stream. Awesome. The stream probably won't be that long today if everything goes right. You know, I've turned an hour and a half stream into an all-dayer before. But it shouldn't be just super long. So that's awesome. Thank you, Sergio. We'll work on that here in a minute. The official unboxing knife. Ballpoint pen is here. Hello. You have to read this first. Oh, extended warranty program. That's very important to me, because anything I do with a machine is never going to be covered by any of that. 100% parts and labor, 2-way shipping. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I'm going to miss chat, I'm sorry, but we should have a lot of time to watch print and hang out and things. This thing is sharp, sharp. I don't want to slip with it. Well, you don't need a knife, but, you know, it's cooler. Hoping just to print. Well, what's your budget? Because if you want to print, in my experience, I would get a Prusa machine. That is a nice thick manual. A dramatic knife lesson. Let's get all day. We'll see. We have the afternoon stream today as well. So we've got Fun in the Country Basement today at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock Eastern. So that'll be good too. We will be around most of the day. Prusa is hard to beat. Yes, yes. I'm not going to tell anyone, if you really need to save money, just grab an MK2. That's like a $600 deal. But if you could spend a little more, the MK3 blows pretty much everything out of the water at $750. Is this the new and improved version? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, you are very welcome for the recommendation. I will recommend that to anyone. Now, I have people tell me, oh, I had problems with my Prusa and it's doing this and it's doing that. And of course, there's going to be some bad ones once in a while. I mean, that's just manufacturing. But as many machines as they sell, man, this thing's heavy. I don't usually complain about things being heavy. As many machines as they sell, I think the quality control that they produce is pretty phenomenal. I don't think you'll have issues. And if you do, they'll take care of it. No problem. Well, it's packed decent. They kind of phoned in this plastic sack over the top of it, but I'm not mad about it. Yep, MK3 Prusament. That's, oh, this thing has LED lights all the way around it. Now that's the way to impress me. Shiny things, lights, chrome, stuff like that. Nice. You probably can't see much on the ceiling, can you? You can see a little. I'll drag it over here a little bit. Does it tell me which tie wrap to cut? The pictures are a little grainy in the manual. I want to be really critical today. I can already feel it. It does tell you how to unbox it. They want you to cut the 2 black vinyls, but there's 3. Uh-huh. Building, I think I talked to you about that. If it wasn't you, somebody else is doing that. They're taking a G-Tech Pro B and making it an AM8. That'd be a pretty good build. See that? Hello, how are you? M200 clone? I think they were going for Ultimaker, I believe, is what it was. Justin, yes, I'm kind of waiting for it to come to Amazon before I make a large purchase. Yes, that is true. Thank you, AirDog. Right now, free shipping. That's $70 worth of savings to the United States. This would be a great time to get yourself one. Yes, Zildjian cymbals on the wall. I was a drummer. I'm not much of a drummer anymore. I do have drum sets, but I have very little chance to play anything. Yeah, if it came with a Benchy test print, I'd buy another one. But unfortunately, it has a butterfly test print, so no sale. Cut them all. That's what I like to hear. Tie straps are somewhat stout. Now, somebody was telling me, and I believe it was Keith, the developer, was telling me that This has some sort of Pong game loaded on it that you can play on the screen, and we are definitely doing that. It was you. Okay, yeah. That's a pretty cool build. Yeah, I don't know much about Zortrak, Ben. I would have to, I'd have to go look and compare. Remove the print mats. This isn't necessarily packed like they think. They did give me some filament, it looks like. Let's see what's inside here. Filament. I wonder how old that filament is. Extra mats. Build volume's not great. That's okay. It doesn't have a knob, so hopefully it's in that box. Porn game? Yeah, no. Yeah, so it has some sort of game, like Brick Breaker or something, that you can play on the screen. You have to do a special kind of secret sequence or something to bring it up. They call it an MK11, John, which I don't know what makes it an MK11, but it looks like regular old standard stuff to me. We'll get into that though. We'll see. So my guess is this flat cable connects this extruder package right here. That cover's not so awesome. Just guessing, that's where that goes. Let's see what's in the box. Got some tube, power cord, there's my knob. Ooh, it's metal. Oh, it has a grub screw and everything. Wow, impressed. Yeah, I believe it does have the Pong game. We're going to have to figure that out, though. I don't remember the sequence to get in there. He works for a printer company. Interesting. That's cool. Too many mats now. So Mike, I'm guessing you have one of these. Mike Hutchinson, you have one of these? M300. 4 select minis. Yeah, select minis are finicky sometimes. You live a reasonable driving distance from Monoprice? That's kind of cool. I have had nothing but problems, Matt, out of my V2, my Maker Select or whatever they're called. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I thought I was good at hardware, and that thing has thrown me all kinds of curves. You can find these cheap. You have 3. Nice. Up, left, down, left. Really? Stock cooling is not good? Lift the printer out. Put the knob on. Manually turn Z-screws clockwise to raise the print bed. Insert your spool holder. Oh, that's just to put the spool holder on. Plug it in. Play your Pong game. It doesn't say that, but it should. Okay, they even give me some wrenches. let's get into this here. Let's just dump some stuff out. I got one of the 2mm poking tool things, which are very handy. Gave me some decent tweezers. That's cool. Here's your go-to printer to the MK3. Okay. These are pretty cheap, Matt. You can find these cheap. I don't know that I'd give $800 for it, but I think I paid $500 for this one, and I thought it was a pretty good deal. But so I would believe it was Ron, Canadian Maker Project Ron. He found one for like $350. If you could get one for $350, I think that'd probably be just all right. The knob is on. No one worry, the knob is on. Where are the gummy bears? Good question. No stickers. It's true. No stickers. I got no stickers. Well, yeah, BA, that's right. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. BA select start. I wonder when the generations will stop knowing what that is. Do kids know what that is? I don't think so. I think you had to be born sometime in the early 80s. Yeah, I've already been through one Melzi on that printer. I do time lapse, yes. I have a handful of different cameras that I use. I use 270s. They're all Logitechs. I've used 270s. I've used 170s. Like 920Cs would be awesome if you wanted to go that high up. But I don't do a ton. I've actually done them from phones before fairly well. Yes, easy to include for ABS. That is a good point. That would be good. See? $4.49 on Amazon, I don't think that's a terrible deal. We're going to find out, though. Hello, George Peoples. How are you? You don't see 3D printing, Newbon. Is he a Sunday streamer as well? I have been out of the streaming game, if you haven't noticed. I've been doing like once a month. But I'm hoping that goes up from here. I'm hoping we can get more streams in now. I should be a little less busy. This thing has a ball screw instead of a lead screw. I don't know if you can see that down there. That is definitely a ball screw, which is kind of cool, I have to say. So I just want you to bring this Z down so you can slide this spool holder on the back. I'm never a big fan of these anyway, and I very rarely use them. But since I'm standing here, I'll go ahead and do it. That sounds like a jet taking off. I got a few of those. Awesome. I should really stay upside down, though. In traditional fashion, if you get it too tight, you're never going to be able to get it off. You said knob. The knob is on. Thanksgiving break is over. Time to put away the printers? No, that's no good. I can tell you it is getting rather chilly in the Midwest, and it's keeping me out of here as much as I would like to be. But I fight on. Magic smoke time. Printers offset the cost of heating. They do at some point. I had 6 going the other day, and that was as many as I've had in a long time. Martin just subscribed. Thank you, Martin, for the subscription. That was as many as I'd had going in a long time, and it did actually quite improve the room comfort. Awesome, George. Thank you very much. I'm glad that that was helpful. David just subscribed. Thank you, David. The Snappy is completely printed. And I don't think it's a, there's no reason why I shouldn't tell you this. So all of the parts on the BOM are done. I have all of the other parts, I think, and if I don't have them, I will steal them off of something to complete the build. But, so what I'm going to do with the Snappy is, I'm not going to put out, I don't remember what date I have it scheduled. It's like 2 weeks from now, I think. But I'm going to schedule live streams. So I'll do a video to introduce the Snappy and what it is, just a quick video. And then that following week, I'm going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening, a couple hours each evening. We'll put together the Snappy, we'll get it printing and do all that stuff. I just thought it would be something kind of different while I had some free time. We don't usually do evening streams. I've only done like 2 ever. So the Snappy will go together that way. So we can kind of build that one in action as well. I thought that would be fun. Do you have long hair? If so, why? Yes, my hair is past my belt. And why? Because I started growing it and I never cut it. That's the only reason. Water cool for your printer? Wow. Because reasons. Bryce, welcome. Hello, how are you? James has some very interesting questions. Yes, I do. And it's a real pain. All right, so I probably shouldn't have set the printer on this. There we go. And then I dropped it on the floor. Hopefully we don't need that. It does come with an SD card, a full-size one. I like that way better than the mini. I just thought of something about this new computer. I do have the slicer installed, but none of my profiles are on it. So we're going to have to whip one of those together. That's okay, we can do that. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Oh, the lights came on. Well, for a second. Oh, they're on now. Fans are on. Screen is on. Okay. Where is the hanger? Awesome, glad to have you. Hello, the Guinness, how are you? I am a mainframe system programmer for a living. Pong time. Okay, how do we do Pong? That's the most important thing of today. Hang printer. Hang printer, we're going to check out that filament too. I just want to see what's in there. I want to put this, actually, I want to put it here so I don't forget about it. We can't forget about that. Hang printer, I'm having some logistics problems. I'm not quite sure if I have the room that I need for the hang printer. It's going to work one way or another. I thought I would have some more space than I do, but we'll see. And this is natural PLA. I am not a huge fan of natural. How old is it? It seems in decent shape. We'll run it through something. but I don't want to use that today. So what color do we want today? I've got some really cool green, but I only have a little bit of it, but it will definitely do a benchy. So I think we might do that. This is Filamentum Luminous Green, I think. Awesome stuff. Let's take the butterfly off of the build plate, which doesn't look like a bad print. We're going to switch to the table cam here in a second, which is also different, by the way. Came right off. That's good. Oh, of course. That's a bad sound. Let's see, what's that look like? That one is really dark. Why so dark? It's a little better. Let's do, so there's the, if it'll focus on it. So that print isn't terrible. So not bad. I'm way behind on chat. Who wants to be moderator? Anyone? And then I will let you tag that troll. How about Inside the Mind of Matt? He can be a moderator on this channel. There you go, Matt. Now you can bump that troll if you would like. There you go. Have a good day. We are going to have a fantastic day. Okay, now how do we play Pong? We got to figure out how to play Pong. I'm not even sure what to search. Pong game. Ultimate Maker. They sent me a tweet about it. I don't know if that tweet said how to do it, though. Let's check the Twitters. Let's see if they showed us how to do that. Oh, it's going to take me forever to find that. Oh, wait. See, I'm not really good at the Twitters yet. I don't know all the areas to find things. Tweets and replies. Because I definitely replied to that, I know. There's that. There's that. But hashtag Bajinga. We were stacking these benchies, and then somebody from 3D Sweden Meetup sent us a picture of like 22 benchies stacked. We're nowhere near close to that. Can you search on this page? New. succumbed to the evil of Twitter about a month ago. They need a hey look at chat button for you guys. You hate the tweets? It's cool. I mean, I look at it. I like seeing. Let's see. I want to go back a little bit here. Shane from Prusa Research is here. Hello, Shane. How are you? Shane is a good guy. He lets me bother him even when he's not at work. He actually said that I could. And I probably shouldn't say that because now everybody's going to bother him. But good dude. It's Breakout. Okay. So how do you get in there, Mike? How do you get to Breakout? Because I want to play Breakout. Yeah, I've been on Twitter about a month. Maybe. This thing's sturdy. If it's not a good printer, we could use it to hold up a shelf or something. Jesse Foreman is here. Hello, Jesse. Printer Addict. Nothing's ever been truer. Hello, how are you? Scroll up. Scrolling. Hold the knob. All right. Clipper conversion. Haven't even started on it yet. Yes. Okay. Now, I'm not going to be able to play this very well and show you at the same time. But we're playing it. 2 windows full of benchies. Yeah, I haven't started on my Clipper stuff yet. I'm going to, though. Oh, yes. This is so awesome. Worth the money right here. Oh, starting to get faster. This knob's really hard to use from the side. Oh, no. Come on, you can do it. I can't even see the top row. I'm just going to do this, play this game during the whole Fun in the Country basement while the other two talk. How's that sound? I don't even know what firmware this thing runs. I'm probably way out of GPL compliance here. Oh, I'm killing it now. I'm coming in from the side. Ben Heck would be proud. Oh, now it's just going all crazy. Oh well, I'm going to let it loose. Larry? I need a piece of paper because I have totally forgotten about that and I don't want to forget about that. I don't want to forget about that because I want one of those. Awesome. Thank you. Repeteer? Okay, I can handle Repeteer. That's fine. Okay, yes, Martin, on Clipper or... I'll ping you anyway. You got an FT5 right before they did the FT6? I didn't even know Modified Marlin, so something like that. Exactly. That to play Breakout. Wouldn't you do the same thing? It's true, Greg. It's true. Okay, so what do we have here anyway? So that I can even set up a slicing profile. What's the leveling like on it? I'm guessing material has, no? How about maintenance? Build plates. Guide you through. Okay. What? Now I have to read this. Rotate the button until the nozzle is 1 millimeter away from the build plate. A whole millimeter, huh? Okay, I'm calling that good. Turn the left screw until it's 1 millimeter away. Okay. This is nowhere close to accurate. Okay. Repeat these steps, but now use a sheet of paper to fine-tune the build. Okay, that's more like it. Ultimaker firmware modded. We'll have to figure that out. Same as Ultimaker. Well, you know, that's how the MakerBot clones are, and that's why I'm having so much trouble with it. I need help with Clipper. Okay, Martin, thank you. I might. I don't know. I've looked at it in the past, but I've never installed it. I was doing pretty good to get Marlin 2.0 installed. Oh, that one looks a little... Oh, that's pretty good. And done. Now we need a file. No bed leveling, I know. This one's kind of old school. I don't know when they started putting these out, but they've been around a while. This one doesn't have a date on it. They've been around a while. The new D6 has auto leveling, gotcha. This thing's really sturdy though. I think after, with the ball screw and everything, how it's configured, after you leveled it, I don't think you're gonna have to level it. Rebrand of, right? Did it push into the build plate when I homed? There's insert material. You'll have to re-level until you put a nylon nut on the screw that hits... Oh, it has one of those deals, huh? Where? I don't even see where that end stop is. I noticed it also has the springs on the belts, which I don't enjoy. So there's X. I don't even see it. Is that up there? Oh, there's Y. And there's Z. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, man. You ain't kidding. We ought to just fix that right now. Because that isn't cool. Not cool at all. I hate to modify anything right out of the box, but that's just going to cause problems. You want to put it above the build plate? Unacceptable. We're going to call it hedging our bets instead of a modification. Well, Tony Ryan, you're kind of right. I don't read GitHub at night to fall asleep, but I don't sleep much. So GitHub is your friend. So how do I know anything about Marlin and such? Matt's right. I mean, I have a lot of computer experience. I'm not much of a developer, right? I mean, I do write code, but I do mostly like scripting and things like that. Not anywhere close to the C language. I use, most of my scripting is done in like Rex, which nobody uses. But I have a lot of computer knowledge, and so that Marlin and Repetier and stuff like that comes a little easier to me, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, I take a lot of time and pull it apart and read it and, you know, try to figure out what it's doing. It's just all repetition. I've been messing with the Marlin for a couple of years. So it's just been kind of, just out of necessity. No big tricks there. Pro, breakout. Well, that's going to be in the review, Mike. Pro, breakout. Chad, everyone start over. That seems to be the YouTube way. I have a deep well one of these, but I can never find it. We might have to do it the pliers way. Well, I'm hoping... This thing, though, it's the three-legged leveling, as I like to call it. I can level this one on the fly as soon as it finds its forever home, or pseudo-forever home. I'll just do it on the fly. I'm more comfortable doing it that way anyway. Now, getting it back in might be a trick. 'cause it's in a really odd spot. I'm gonna need some more room. Oh, until you hear the Z in stock click. Okay. If properly set up, quality easily beats MK2 or MK3. Well, that's a bold statement. I will definitely check that out. I've had so many bad things happen recently with printers. I haven't had just a real "this was awesome" in a while, it seems like. So I'm looking forward to something, I can just hit the button and print on. Because the last 4 or 5 that I've done, there was always something going on. And it's not to say that they were bad machines. I've just had a bad run of luck, I think. So I read and learned. People don't do that anymore, I don't think. Never have the right size. A really cool thing happened, talking about Marlin, a really cool thing happened. Scott, I won't know that he's the lead developer, but he's kind of the keeper of Marlin. And he struck up a conversation with me on the comments on the YouTube about how I could make things a little easier and do this and do that. I thought that was really awesome. Scott has done some amazing things with Marlin. And just the fact that he knows that I have a YouTube channel, I was pretty impressed. Very cool guy. So what are we doing now? Chad Williams beats the MK2, MK3. Okay. Cutters? Anyone? Yeah, Scott is a good guy. He knows a lot of stuff. I've heard some strange things about the Facebook community. I'm not really even interested in it. Now, they give you some modem too, but I'm guessing that's so you can get really creative with how you load your filament. I don't know that I would want to put it on inside this extruder. I don't think the book says anything about that. Any thoughts on that in the chat? Greg, how are you? Core XY build. I know, man. There's just not enough time in the day. Not enough time in the day. I want to do one. I do. Thank you, Mad Mike. I appreciate that. Taking off for a few. See you later, Matt. I should be around for a little while today. Maybe we'll catch you this afternoon. Yeah, they really don't give you any ideas on that tube. I'm guessing it's just so you can have some options with your filament. And then they go into manual Cura setup. Boo. Do the Piper too. There's just so many builds. That snappy is going to be the death of me, I imagine. Okay. Mike Hutchins. Extruder will get eaten up real quick. You mean like the molded part on top? I need a machine that'll print peak, because I have some peak. That's another story altogether. Fly to have a meetup, throw down $50 and build the biggest printer ever. Greg, you should come to Murph. We could probably do a build at Murph. I found out that, unfortunately, Torbjorn will not be able to attend Murph 2019, which I was hoping to have a hang printer session there, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Yeah. Are they all 17s? They're all 17s, but they're of different depths. Like this one on the extruder here is probably 25, I would guess. But the ones in the back are probably 38s. So they are all 17s. I cannot wait for Murph. I know, it's going to be awesome. At least jam a short piece in there. I almost put this in my mouth. I do that quite frequently, but you don't want to see that. I have a lot of MK8s that just have a little stubby sticking out, so that's probably not a terrible idea. There you go. Come to Murph. We can build something. There'll be somebody building something there, I guarantee it. There we go. I think that's good advice. We'll do that. And they give you the rubber feet that are never good for anything. I don't even know why they include them. How much were the parts for hang printer? Hang printer cost around $250 to build after everything's said and done. It's not very expensive. It's just really agitating. The calibration on it is ridiculous. If you wanted to go super crazy, you could spend a bunch of money on it and get some self-tracking servos like Mechaminos or something like that. And it makes, Torbjorn says he can calibrate in 7 minutes. That is not the case for me. It takes a while. What's the best filament? Is that what you meant? Prusament is really good. It would probably be in the running for the best, cheapest. Filamentum is awesome. I love Filamentum. Awesome. Yep, you got to be at Murph, Justin. Anime Expo, that should be interesting. Murph is just awesome to be around all the people that do the same thing you do. Do they smell awful? Okay, I won't sniff that then. We'll get Xander to sniff it. That'd be cool. I will not have a table in Goshen. Don't answer, that was a joke. I will not have a table in Goshen, but I will be at other people's tables. So I have to fly there because of scheduling, so I won't be bringing any stuff. Well, I'll be bringing like swag and stuff. I'll have odds and ends for you, but I won't be bringing any printers or anything like that. But there are tons of places for me to land, so I'm going to try to be in a couple of different areas. Inland's good. I don't mind inland at all. There you go, 20 minutes away from a micro center. Okay, what's this thing doing? Remove material. Okay, it's removed. Insert new material. It is spinning. It has been inserted. It's pulling it through. I'm going to wait until it starts extruding. Now it's skipping. So something's not right. I'm guessing there's a piece of existing filament in it. What do you want bet? I'm sure it's hot. Oh, this is ridiculous. I think there's a piece of filament stuck in it. The front hole of the extruder. I wish the motors were off. Well, it goes all the way down into the hot end. There's definitely a piece of something inside there, though. That's a long way through there. Let's get it. I'm going to let it get... Oh, heater error. It thermaled out. Will it not do like over 200C or something? Let's see what it does this time. Doesn't like big swings in a short time. Okay. Sounds like it's going great. Yeah, Ricky. Atomic pole. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I didn't play breakout. I didn't win breakout, so I can't play. I can't print if I don't win breakout. Change to Marlin real quick. I believe you. Yeah, it overshoots. So I set it to 211. It's already way past 217. That's what kicked the thermal off. It's already at 220. It needs a PID tune for sure. I really don't want to have to take this whole thing apart. Because there's a piece of hard filament broke off in there. Well, that is a bummer. Yeah, I mean, I could try a needle, but I don't know how far that's going to get me. Yeah, everything, to answer your question, yes, everything needs babysitting, it seems like. Except for Prusa machines. I don't have any problems with those. Yeah, the needle, it goes right in, no problem. No issue. This thing's pretty complicated to even get apart, it looks like. Let's take the cover off of it, I guess. Well, I mean, if I could try to turn it up to 240, I don't know if the thermal will kick. I am kind of tired though of messing with the dial already. I probably just ruined all my camera settings when I plugged that in. It does not like 115200. There you go. Printing with USB. At least it knows that. Yeah, there's definitely a piece of solid filament in there that's keeping things, that's causing me an issue. Hello, Mike. How are you? Never let the machines win. Charlie, your MK3 hates to print PETG. That's the Prusa printers are about the only ones that I have a lot of luck on PETG. Blowtorch. I'm working on printers. I do it so much. I'll take the cover off. Quick recap, Clint. We pulled this machine out of the box, and I took the tie straps off of it, and now it's got a piece of filament stuck in it. It looks like from the factory. So we're trying to get that out of there. Just pull the nozzle first. That we might be able to get that. That's not bad. Yeah, we haven't gotten very far. Breaking out the cable. I get tired of the knob. Hello, Mark. How are you? Could they have tested it with ABS? I guess they could have. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what that stuff was. Trevor is here. Hello. Warranty void. 321. Yes. That's how we do things. Someone tell them not to test Ultimate at the factory. No kidding. Dry pull. It won't even go far enough to pull it. I'm guessing there's a piece of filament in it about that long. Oh, Steven. Struggles are That seems like that's all that gets done. Struggling, especially if you watch one of these streams. A lot of these people can tell you that that's just how things go. So it's at 240. I really hate to do this, especially while people are watching, because this usually really messes things up. It's one of those don't try this at home moments. In fact, this isn't even the good torch. Where's the good torch? It's probably over here the last time. Yeah, there it is. And done. Now we can resume our business. There's a fire extinguisher up there somewhere. It worked. It definitely extruded some more. I don't know if we got it completely clear, but it definitely went a ton further. There's still a little piece of something down in there. It's evil, burn it. You just got to know how to finesse it just a little bit. You don't want to do it too much. Don't get crazy with it. Yeah, it should survive it. It should be okay. It's clear. I don't want this thing to burn my piece of paper. Yeah, that's probably not the best thing to do. But I have saved a lot of work doing that in the past. You're right though. I mean, you can really distort a liner if you're not quick. You don't want to leave it in there very long. Just enough to melt that filament. How far are we getting? We're almost to the nozzle now. Now it's like it doesn't want to line up. Because I mean it's right at the heat block basically. That's how far it'll get. But the metal rod actually goes all the way through. It is long enough, yeah. Yeah. Well, it is kicking out some filament. Do that at your own risk. Yeah, it's still hot. There we go. We got it. Round of applause, everyone. Okay, now we can slice a file. What is the build volume on this so I can get it roughly close to the center of the bed? It'll be fine. PTFE will stand up to a little bit of punishment. 220, 220. There's something else I was going to do. What was it? 220, 220, 200, 200, 170. Let's see if we can get Slicer to work. None of this has been tested. Golf claps, yes. Oh, Nightbot deleted all my claps. Nightbot. You have yours at 200, 200, 175. Oh man, I haven't even set up all the defaults for this thing yet. How about MK2 MMU? No, we don't have that. MK3, MK2S, and finish. Okay, I'm gonna have to rip through this real quick here and get us some sort of definition that will work on this printer, and then we should be off and running. Just want to see that. Printer settings. About this wide. Nice, man. There you go. Divide up the claps. That's better. It likes that better. 170. And this is direct drive, but I'm not gonna give it. I'm going to be pretty generous with my extrusion rates. How about that? Don't need any of that. I usually have a more generic profile, but I don't have it on this machine yet. Oh, we need to set this to riprap because that's another story altogether. Extruder 1, let's give it a 2. And, I don't know, 60. 170. This should be good enough to get us a printout. Skirts, let's bump that up to 3. 1. Really want a direct drive printer? Yeah. I've been thinking about, I have no STL files. I've been thinking about taking my CR10 and putting a Titan Aero on it. My CR10 is pretty nice. I've had to modify it quite a bit because of wear. I've had the wheels wear quite a bit. And I had to put another lead screw on it to get it a little more consistent. But it's still a really nice machine. Who was it that was built, that was it Spike? Spike was doing a complete overhaul on his CR10. He was going to put like a micro Swiss on it or something. Micro Swiss, and I think he was even going to go duet or something like that. It sounded like an awesome project. Okay, let's see how close we got to the center of the bed. Do your thing. Okay, now I'm back. Helping Tech Dad. Bryce, that you are... I have no clue. That would take like a Tom or something. He would be the only guy that I knew that could tell you that. Robot Hut might be able to tell you that, Bryce. Checked out a linear advance last night. You turn off retraction for testing. That was with a Bowden. Yeah, linear advance. If you're doing Bowden and you want to test it out, I would recommend pulling retraction off just for the test and any Z lift that you have. But the part that you would test linear advance with retraction wouldn't be required probably anyway. So yeah, that would probably be the best way to test. Yeah, Stefan at CNC Kitchen did a Titan arrow swap. It looks really cool. It looks like a lot of work, but it looks really cool. CR10s are awesome. The original CR10. Now I don't know about any of the other ones that came after it because there's like 10 different versions of that machine. But the original CR10, I have had nothing but good luck with it. It has printed for hours and hours. Yeah, we'll get it set up. So if it starts printing, we'll get it set up. CB1. I would like to. Yeah, it's not even close. Let's start that over and see how good I got. He did do that was a really killer Fallout build. No worries, Tony. Yeah, I try to catch his stream on Saturdays sometimes. I don't. Saturdays nights are sometimes hard for me to get to that stream, but maybe if he can't get it figured out, we can jump in that call. Nozzle's way too far from the bed. Hey Brian, 3D Print Creator is here. Thanks for joining. Linear rails, that's where it's at. I definitely want to do a project with linear rails. I try not to do Bowden that much, but that seems to be what I get. Ooh. It's a little smashed. We're rolling with it. I got this new arm, and I'm hoping it gives you a better view of what's going on. Let's see if we can focus a little. Focus. There you go. It's printing. It has the LEDs on. You get one little strip. There's about 12 of them right in the front, and that's it. Maybe you can turn them up higher, though. Maybe they're adjustable. I'm going to say BJ. That's a lot of questions. How do you use linear rails and a 32-bit board? I'm not going to be able to answer all those right here. Yeah, Mad Mike, the Bowden, for me, the Bowden, it's just the retraction times that you have to have. It really, it can, if you got it set up just right, there's nothing wrong with it. But troubleshooting, especially when you're dealing with low quality parts, things like that, can really be a pain. Super zoom. Tom, the 3D printing llama, we got this thing printing, but it wasn't the easiest setup that I've ever gone through. Any clue what it's printing? There's only one thing that gets printed. Converted your Tornado to Core XY? Nice. Just unboxing printing. We suffered filament jam. There was a piece of filament broke off in it. There's something that has somewhat of a snap to it. You can kind of hear that. Of course, now that I'm listening for it. Hear that? Where's that coming from? Oh well. We'll let it run until it falls apart. Your Tornado to a doorstop or an anchor. You know, Ricky, I actually feel really bad about that. It was working last time I used it. I wish that I could get out there and help you fix it, because I think we can. It's just it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard, but unfortunately it is. Yeah, Justin, that's pretty quick on Bowden, I would say. But if you can run it, that's awesome. It's clear. It's like, yeah, I don't even know that it was natural. It looks like that's what it was, if you can see it. A snazzy crab pot. Yes, Brian, it is pre-built. We just had a few issues. Yeah, that cable's not in the best position, is it? It will eventually run over that cable. If it wasn't so expensive to ship back, Ricky, I'd just tell you to ship it back and I'd try to do something with it. But that thing was like $50 to ship. What is the average lifespan of my printers? Oh, man, that's a tough question. I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be. There's something going on with stepper voltage or something. Yeah, it's not loud. You could print with this at night, no problem. Just in 3D, yeah, I've had all kinds of problems with my Select V2. I still don't have decent prints off of it. Yeah, that ribbon cable, I could totally see that. It needs like a 3D printed hanger or some strain relief or something to mind it a little better. It really, construction-wise, it looks like a really nice machine. I mean, it is solid. I think you could mod this thing into a speed demon. I'm not sure. We gotta look at the electronics to see what the board's doing. Chad, Adrian Bauer, I mean, we wouldn't have a whole lot of this stuff without him. So you kind of have to. Standing on the shoulders of giants. Call it the minnow. Nice. Nice, James. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, TMC's. We get put a duet on it. Fun bot? I don't even think I've ever seen one. Is that something you made, or is that an actual build? This is PLA. Well, Trevor, so the traditional i3 design, it's all Cartesian, right? That's the traditional i3 design. There's nothing wrong with it. The Ender 3, especially because of its price, they're both, I mean, a Mark II or a Mark III, they're i3 designs. They are the i3 design, and they're great machines. But something like this, it gives you more options, like for enclosing it. The build volume is not going to be as big, but I think with a design like this, you would have less issues with things like resonance if you wanted to print a lot faster. And that's kind of what I wanted to test. These are, for the money, the design, if there's going to have to be some tweaks. You know, it's not perfect. But for the money, this design is pretty solid. So I want to take this one, kind of go through it a little bit, do a lot of printing, and then maybe take it to something that can print, 150 millimeters a second, something like that. So I just think it would be a fun project, and I think it's a pretty good foundation to build something from. So I wouldn't say there's advantages one side or the other. Kim from Denmark? Welcome. Funbot 3D printer. Huh. I got to go look that up. Can you get my number? No, you can't get my number. The MMU2 is still working okay. In fact, it is stalled over there right at the moment. I put the latest firmware on it, and I've been getting a little more adventurous with different types of filament, but that's causing me a lot of problems. In fact, I was messing with browser feeds on that the other day. And I need to talk about Sergio's stuff. One moment. Come on, get there. This one, I've seen it for 350, 400, 500, somewhere in there. Doesn't look like it likes that. Oh. There you go. So I was messing with browser settings and such. We'll just cover this up just for a moment. But I've been trying to like get some webcam views. So that's the MMU2 right at the moment, and it's stalled out. I need to go over there and fix it. Good God, sir. I don't know anything about that Chiron yet. Somebody said the other day they had a grounding out issue on the bed, and that's not good. Please give me your number. Today's been quite the day on the YouTubes, hasn't it? There you go. There you go. Yeah, just in 3D, and that's the idea. There's a company, Vision Miner. They sent me a bunch of high temp stuff, and like Ultim is 400C, and I would like to see if I could figure out how to use something like this to enclose it and print that way. We lost our adult. We don't have our babysitter anymore. 109 people watching? Wow. Thank you all. So, yeah, 350 for a refurb. I did see some refurbs. Ballpoint pen, we'll see you later. You've only had one misfeed, no Jan. Tony, what kinds of filament are you using? If I use Filamentum on everything, no problems. A bit hot in the back of the boat? It might be. Pauline, welcome from Switzerland. You can only smash it once. Yeah, it's pretty curly back there. I'm gonna go over here and reset the MMU while that prints, because I would like this to finish sometime today. And it's always the same filament, because it's not very good filament. Okay. So that should take off again. And now let's talk about Sergio's stuff. So, we'll wait for that to start printing, then we'll get back to the Benchy. Yes, it is printing. Here, let's go back to that, in fact. There you go. Yeah, it's getting pretty curly. It's pretty hot in the back there. Hey, welcome back, Ben. Boat is sinking. Array of printing crates. 3D printing Narnia. You have to step through a cupboard to get there. I've got some different nozzles as well. Yeah, it is on the corners. That's pretty common though if you don't have enough cooling. That's kind of an odd-shaped fan duct, isn't it? Okay, Sergio. So, Sergio got a hold of me because he was building and I forgot to bring it down. You guys have seen the print monitor, right? With the tiny little screen. Cromer made it on Instructables. In fact, let's do a link to that real quick so you know what I'm talking about. So here's that. So this is what we're talking about. Hopefully that thing works. Yeah, we're going to have some sort of different cooling for that because it's straight up and down. Going by the Hotend layout, nice. So, sure, you could. If you, some of the parts might have a problem if you put a heater in there, but it depends how hot you want to go, right? Sergio contacted me to try to make one of those 3D print monitors that I just put the link in. Okay, he was having some problems with the code because some of the libraries have changed from the time that I did the walkthrough of how to build one of those. So there were some library issues. We had to uninstall a few things and to get it going, but we finally got it going and we got it fixed. Well, because I helped Sergio wanted to do something nice for the channel. And so Sergio bought some stuff from Amazon and he said, hey, why don't you give it away to your subscribers? And I said, that sounds like an awesome idea. Now, the only problem was some of the stuff hasn't showed up yet, but some of it has. So I'm not going to be able to show you what I'm giving you for some of this stuff, but I will get it to you as soon as I receive it. So we're going to do a couple of quick giveaways. And the two of the giveaways will be for parts. You'll get a Wemos D1 Mini and an OLED screen to build a print monitor for your own. So if that's something that you want, then go ahead and I will go ahead and type in the phrase when we do it, and I will mail you parts that you can build your own print monitor. And it's a fun project. I like them. It's cool to build, and there's a video out there that you can watch, and it'll show you how to build it. And the other two things we will be giving away is we have a roll of Amazon Basics Gray PETG. I think it's just called Gray. Gray PETG. And we have a roll of 3D Solutech Silver PLA to give away. Now, I don't have that roll in hand yet, but I should have it on Tuesday. And as soon as I have it in my hand, I will mail it out to the person that wins. Cool? Thank you, Sergio, for doing this for us. We appreciate that. I was glad that I could help you out, and I'm glad that it's working. Also, I need some more coffee. Let's give away, let's do... Let me find Nightbot. You know this takes me a minute to do Nightbot. And it seems like I never get it right the first time either. Yes, I will mail this to you international. That's important to say. Yes, I will make sure that if you're international, go ahead and put in for it, and I will mail it to you. No problem on that. It's just nice enough for Sergio to give this stuff away. No, all over. Wherever you're at, I'll get it to you. Sergio does rock. He's awesome. Now, there are a couple of people in this chat, and you know who they are, that are probably trolls. We've seen a couple today, and if that person wins one of that, if the person that actually wins might be one of those people, we will go to the next person. We're not going to stand for that. I have yet to upgrade Mario for dampeners, but that's only because I've really never done a project like that. There are a lot of projects that projects that I would like to do that would be a good idea, but I have not done it yet. I do have a handful of those 4 projects. You're on the moon? I'll give it a shot. Mike's a good troll. He's a troll that's here every stream. Not feeding the trolls, no. Yeah, yes, it does very much include trolling for dollars. I will show you. So, active users, mod, keywords. So what we do is, so we're going to give away the role of PETG. And let's make sure my chat is working over here. Excellent. Awesome. Okay, so this is not case sensitive. Chat working is check. Yes. This is not case sensitive. All you have to do to enter to win is type in this phrase, and we will roll it. It will pick a winner, and you send me an email. I'll send you stuff. So type in that to be entered to win that roll. Amazon Basics, yes. I have not printed with it yet. I have some. I haven't printed with it yet. This phrase. There you go. It's rolling now. How do you guys like the Nightbot giveaways? This is about the only way that I have found that seems more fair. I can't verify that you're a subscriber. YouTube won't let me do that. But the people that come and hang out on the streams and participate, I think that they should be eligible to win first than somebody that hits subscribe because they watched one video or whatever, which is awesome. I mean, I'm glad that they subscribed. But you know, when you, as a YouTube watcher, I subscribe to a lot of stuff and maybe I never come back to that channel. But the people that jump on the Nightbot giveaways, you're here almost every stream. So I think it's a good way of doing it, if it works right. We have 46 eligible users so far. You'll say it works for you. Awesome. PETG. Excellent, Bryce. That's an awesome comment. Thank you. Virgo guy, hello, welcome. Yeah, I like doing the giveaways. It's fun. I want to give as much to you guys as I possibly can. I get some stuff for free, but most of the stuff that I buy, but a lot of stuff that I get for free, I turn around and give it to you. And I have some more stuff, so next stream we'll have to do even more stuff. Yeah, Benchy, it's not looking terrible. It's not the worst Benchy. It's really curly in the back. It's definitely going to have some, gonna need some cooling issues. It doesn't, when we do the close-up look, it'll look a lot better than you think it does now. Trust me. So we'll look at it. Okay, let's roll it. Good Godster, congratulations. What you need to do. Better than Lowrider, Benchy, you got that right. What you need to do is send me an email with your information, and I will send you this roll of filament. Congrats. Okay, you watch this print. I need a little more coffee, and then we'll give one of these sets of Wemos drivers away, or boards, or whatever. You have to print your own case. That should work for all of you. I'll be right back. I am back. Coffee. Even though it's noon, I still want some coffee. Yep, just send me an email. It should be in the chat. Okay, you want to do, let's do one, so what you're going to get a Wemos and an OLED screen to put all the parts you need except the wires to build one of those monitors, basically. So let's give one of those away. So to win the Wemos, the first set, enter that. It's coming through. Did Good Goster say I'm sending that to Poland? That's no big deal. We'll get it to Poland. I think a roll of filament is like $23 to ship international, which it costs more than the filament, but that's not the point. I think we could probably cool that filament down just a touch and make that look a lot better. Wee. Apple's up north. Welcome. Excuse me while I nerd. I love it. Welcome. Nice. Red Light Mike is here. Hello. Techie Dad. Hello. Brandon. I'm pretty sure Brandon. Oh no, we can look at that. Oh, Sergio, you don't have to do that. You've done enough. We'll get it taken care of. We can talk after the stream or something. We'll see what it all comes down to. Okay, ready to pull it? Yeah, we could put the old box fan up against it, Mario, and see what it does. Did it work? Sidrella? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I will send you that stuff. So, here you go. Send me an email with your information, and I will mail you your own set of boards so you can build a print monitor. Cinderella. Awesome, Josh. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more 32-bit stuff going forward. So that's kind of the way things are going. So we need to figure all that stuff out. Oh, you're welcome, Mike. Anytime. Anytime you need some files or something, you just let me know. I'll try to get them for you. Hopefully they worked out for you. I guess I should write that down so I don't forget, in case I need to find you later. C270 still going strong? Those are rock hard little cameras. Clipper, yeah, I'm gonna get Clipper done. I promise you. Still using 8 bits on everything except a couple of machines. It still works. It's fine. Yeah, no kidding, Techie Dad. I just went upstairs to get that coffee and looked out the window, and it is snowing like crazy. So that if it only blows from one side, it's kind of a deal breaker. It's not the ideal setup. I mean, it helps, but there's definitely a better way to do it than that. I can tell you that. I don't know, mine have been running for a long time. They run non-stop on some of the print enclosures. They just sit there and run, and so I can monitor constantly. And I think I've probably had some of them go for at least a year. Matt Johnson, Smoothie Wear to Duet, nice. Walter is in the house. Hello, Walter, Country 3D. How are you? How is Arizona going? In Missouri, it is 45-mile-an-hour winds, and we're going to get 8 inches of snow. Apple's up north. Thank you very much. It should play something if you stepped in as a Patreon. I really Patreon. There's a lot of you that have supported me recently on Patreon, and I really appreciate that. It does help, especially with the giveaways and the shipping and all that stuff. It helps a lot, and it is greatly appreciated. It gets me motivated to keep making videos, and I really enjoy that. The Logitech, I actually made some mounts. I don't have one right here. I made some mounts and they're up on Thingiverse. They're printed, but it just slides in and it kind of holds it up a little bit so it doesn't sag. So I made a couple. I might not have them all posted, but I will post them. I wish Missouri and snow didn't belong to the same sentence. Yeah, no kidding, Ricky. It's kind of up north too. I was looking on the radar. It's like hovering right above us, but we're like right on the cusp of the hard hit line. I've got one for 270s, and I've got one for 920s out there. Should be, anyway. -2C. -2C. Wow. Misery and stuff, too. This one, that's a 920C. Good afternoon. How are you? Yeah, Charlie, same here. We're getting hit by the same storm. Hey, Walter, it's not bad so far. I think it's worth the money. I think it has some potential for the price. Build volume's not necessarily all that great, but I think we can turn this one into something like a high temp machine, and that's kind of what I was going for, because there's a lot of steel in this guy. So it might be a good jumping off point for the Mosquito and to do some tricky stuff, hopefully. $50, that's a good deal. 73 Fahrenheit, man. A USB charge before dying? Yeah, yeah. Having the chat up on the screen, I don't know if it annoys people that watch it, but I like to watch the streams that have it because it's a little easier to keep track of what's going on. I think I paid, it was either $450 or $500 for this one, because they were selling for like $800 or $900, and I thought, well, that's quite the price bump. So I went ahead and grabbed one. I thought it'd be a good platform. There's lots of metal in it. I've seen them at Murph, and I've watched them operate quite a bit, so I kind of knew what I was getting myself into. I think it's good. It's decent for the money. Plus, it helps to change it up a little bit, get away from the i3 for a little bit. Exactly. Yeah, they are not battery powered, if that's what you meant. I didn't understand your question, but yes, they are not battery powered. People on eBay with their printers, with their used printers, are ridiculous. They're not worth anything. I mean, I guess people buy them, but Ricky Tanner can tell you, if I am in the market to sell a printer, usually it's only to a friend, but it's going cheap, because you never know what you're going to get. I would feel bad to charge somebody a lot of money and then send them a printer that I've been through. Because I know I don't treat them well usually. Yeah, definitely. Find something cheap. It's even got like screw holes in it right here. They're already tapped. Sometimes they get the torch. No laser engraving yet. I haven't done that. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for coming to the stream today. I appreciate it. Can we do a show on Marlin 2.0? And that rhymes. Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever you want. We can do something.
You still rock, my friend.
Walter, thank you very much for the $10. You don't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. And hopefully Walter and Glenn might be listening in the background. You never know when Glenn's listening. But I am going to be around more in the next couple of months, like December included. So I should be around for more streams in December to hang out with you guys. I'm looking forward to a little more downtime. I don't know how well these are documented. I'm going to find out later today, I'm guessing, after I start searching around. I usually don't get any information about the printer I'm getting ready to unbox before I unbox it. I don't go looking for the info. I don't know. That's just the way I like to do it. I like to go in fresh. So now that I've done a print on it, now I'll go searching around looking for some parts and some upgrades and stuff or whatever. $45 on AliExpress. Nice. Walter is the man. Okay, you want to let's do the other giveaway for the other print monitor. So you're getting a Wemos and an OLED screen. Okay? And enter that. Scott, I do zero research before buying a printer. Yeah, at this point, YouTube being what it is, and how I've gone along in our YouTube journey, I don't do any research on printers. I look at it and say, hey, that's something I haven't done, or that's something I don't have, and I go, that will be interesting content, bye. And I just suffer the consequences.
Screen.
Alicia, thank you very much for the $4.20 tip. I really appreciate that. Super chats are awesome. Widescreen? Suffer the yeah, basically. I mean, you've seen how many mess ups that we've had. I mean, that's what makes it fun, though. That's what makes it real, I think. I have had some interesting. I probably shouldn't tell you all these stories. Matthew Johnson just became a Patreon supporter. Thank you very much, Matthew. That's awesome to me that people wanna sign up to support me like that. That's killer. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know the full story on the FT6. You don't get a board or anything with it? No, I think you do. I think you do. But you have to pay more to get an extruder and a screen. Like you can bring your own extruder or something like that. I don't remember. I looked at it. I still kind of want one of those. I think those are funny because it's like a mini FK1. All right, let's roll it. Tony Ryan. Oh, the sale has a board, but the basic system is boardless. Okay, gotcha. So get them now while they're on sale. I noticed they don't ship for about 15 days or so. MMU2 versus Pallet 2? I don't know yet. Pallet 2 is still en route. You will be the first to know. Right here live. I don't know, ballpoint pen. Are you having issues? If you're not having any issues, just stick with what you got. It's not going to improve. It's going to improve consistency and your experience by upgrading to a real V6. But I don't know that it's going to improve your PLA print quality that much. A build. There you go. I would jump in on that if you did a stream build on that. My Ender 2 is gone, and I did a whole video on upgrading the Ender 2. It is out there. The Ender now, if you mean the Ender 3, the Ender 3 will also be getting a few upgrades, and that's coming. That video is coming. It is not out there yet. What are we making? We are printing a Benchy on a Monoprice Maker Ultimate, or a Duplicator 6, otherwise known as. Okay, so the last thing we have, how close are we on the Benchy? It's doing pretty good. It looks a whole lot better in person than it does in that video. I can tell you that. We'll take a good look at it, though. Tony, do you have my email address? Do you need it again? If so, I will put it in there. I will put it in there. TikTok memes? I have no idea what those are. Sheen of Tiger Blood. There's an Ender 4 Core XY. Ron the Happy Extruder, I think he has one. It's the only one that I've seen. See you later, Charlie. Thank you for joining the stream today. It's always good to see you. Benji's looking okay. It panned out. It was a little curly there, but now that it's got some top layers on it, it's looking all right. There is quite a bit of noise in it that could use some smoothing, but that's pretty common on these machines, on these boards. I use webcam on Pi Zero on my MK3, yes. Okay, cool. Yep, just send me an email with your info. You can contact me on Twitter now. That's a good point, Matt Johnson. I always forget about that. Wanhao is the base company for these machines. They're the ones that actually build it, and then Monoprice rebrands them. There's another company, and they don't have it in the United States. What is it called? Malian? Malian? Monoprice does the same thing with them. Nimi Woo has subscribed. Thank you. $40% off a Ender 4 Core XY. What's the final price on that guy? Agreed. They should stop using those. Twitter's been okay. I like seeing the stuff that people make. You know, I go through when they post makes and stuff. I'm not big into politics, or, you know, I'm there for 3D printing only, right? That's all I'm there for. So I don't follow everyone, because a lot of people, those are personal accounts. They're not, you know, just there for 3D printing. They're there for everything. So I don't follow probably near as many people as I should. But what the people, you know, it's good to see Tom Jackson, what he's doing, the cool stuff. People are doing a lot of neat stuff, and I like seeing it. Plus, I get like Prusa updates and stuff now. I know when this firmware's out. It's been somewhat handy. I don't check it as often. I don't check it very often. Maybe 2 to 3 times a day I'll take a glance and see what's going on my phone. But it is nice to be able to for people to contact me directly, and I can contact them. Hobby Rob, yeah, it's not so bad so far. I think it's doing okay. Your Pi Zero didn't like the webcam, huh? Interesting. 190 bucks? Man, that's cheap. A lot of people say the Zero isn't any good for Octoprint. I don't have any problems with it. But your mileage may vary. Kevin Schofield, $10 via Patreon. Wow. Kevin, thank you. Thank you so much. At the $10 tier, after the second, when you join, and then after the second month kicks in, I mail you a box of stuff. So next month, you will receive swag from me. See you later, Walter. Yeah, we'll catch you this afternoon. I'll try to be on early and get you guys the link. Your third MK3. Nice. I've only got one MK3 right now. That's right, Ricky. You gotta keep going on that MK3. Yeah, I really haven't had any issues running that 270. Go buy one and build it. I might. I've got a few I still need to build. It would probably be summertime before I got around to building it. Nice, Mad Mike. So there you go. So I don't know. I haven't had any issues. Nightbot is like a tyrant today. You know what? I know for a fact I told Nightbot to let links through last time we did this. Maybe it's, I don't know. Nightbot looks okay. Put Nightbot in timeout. Put Nightbot in the corner. Yes, I am running the Pi Zero on the MK3. It's running over there right now. Yeah, you can only buy one at a time from Micro Center. Like the second one's $1,000 or something. John, I don't know. I'd have to go look at Nightbot settings. Give it another try though. I mean, if it times you out or something, I'll take it off. The only reason why I have it is for these giveaways. So. Yeah, so I don't know if you were just on, but the stream of the MMU2 that I had going, that's off of a 0, off a C270 webcam. That'd be cool if they sold the MK, eventually when they get everything ironed out, if they sold the MK3 with an MMU2 and maybe it was like $100 cheaper if you bought them both. That'd be cool. You tweeted me the link? Okay, cool. I have looked at the new Pi 3. I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. It only has one USB port, so I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be used for. I mean, it's not that much cheaper than a B+. So I don't know. I don't know what... It has a specific use case, I guess. I don't understand why. What they use for. Link doesn't come through. Tracer? Let's see what your design looks like. Whoa, that's pretty crazy. Very nice. I like it. I might have to print me one of these out. That's pretty cool. That's right. I like to hold it down until it submits, and then I'll start modding and messing around with it. For RetroPie? Okay. I don't know about Ender 5. I don't follow the Crealities that close. Well, I really don't follow printers that close, period. Usually it's one of you that says, hey, go check this one out. HBot-ish, gotcha. Matt is back, welcome. Hey, last giveaway. So we have a roll of 3D Solutech Silver PLA to give away. So, if you would like to win a roll of PLA, enter PLA. Who won the other Wemos setup? Tony. Thank you, Mike. You're always very helpful. I appreciate that. I like this, the form factor on this, though. You could mount you a little Raspberry Pi case. You could stick it on top of another printer. I'll have to find... It's heavy. I'm going to have to find a spot to put it. Get it hooked up to Octoprint. You might, Tom. You might. Like I say, on the next stream that we do, I don't know when it's going to be. Maybe 2 weeks from now. I've got some more stuff, so you'll have more chances to win. There's something in here that has just a little bit of click to it. I'm not sure what it is. It sounds like a bearing. There's a dry spot in one of the bearings or something. Oh, we got a ways to the bridge. It could be. I mean, I can't quite locate it. And it doesn't do it all the time. We'll figure it out. Oh well. Okay, let's roll it. Tori G. Tori, send me an email with your information and I will send you some filament. Okay, so that is the giveaway for today. Again, very much appreciated, Sergio. I'm glad that we got your print monitors working, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to give the subscribers some stuff. I'm more than happy to help again, and I really like giving stuff to all of you. Yeah, Bryce, that's what I need. You know, back in the day, I just used a really long screwdriver. I don't know if that's going to work in this scenario. Yeah, I might have to grease some stuff. Solutech Master Spool? What's that stuff cost? I don't buy a lot of Solutech. I have 4 or 5 rolls. But what's the price difference? See, like, if you do, like, filaments.ca, in America, if you buy so much, the shipping's free. So if you buy their Econo line, and in the Master Spool, the spools turn out to be like $12 US. So that's worth it to me, and it's pretty good filament if you buy like 10 at a time. Now, Solutech, I don't know what it is usually a spool, but it would have to be $5 or $6 cheaper to make it worth it to me. So I base everything on inland, right? You can get inland spools for $15, $16 shipped, but then if I can jump down to Filament CA and go to $12 a spool, then that's worth it to me if I'm buying a lot. So it would the price point's got to be right. Basically the same. See that? That doesn't. And now Jake's going to get mad about it not being a master spool, but it's like Kleenex. So yeah, it's the same. I actually prefer non-master spool filament to the master spool filament. I know that that's kind of, you shouldn't say that, it's probably sacrilege or something. But the stuff that they wrap around the cardboard, like the Filament CA and probably the Solutech, is much tighter wrapped than stuff like DOS filament that is actually master spool. Or Keen Village plastics that will fit on a master spool. So I think the cardboard tube is a winner. I should raise one eyebrow when reading comments. I'll do things at request, not very many. Maybe one a stream, but I should. Yeah, in the US, inland is usually free shipping, and you can get it for $15 a spool. Sometimes if it's a closeout, you can get it for 12 or 13. Wow, cool. Buying the pallets from Amazon returns, $5. Awesome. That's a heck of a deal. James, I ship all of my stuff back to a filament company that's local here in Missouri. Their name doesn't need to be said. But all of my scrap, all of my fails, all of my spools go back to a filament company, and they turn it into reclaim. They make filament off of it. I'm happy to make you happy, if that's what you need. I'm all over it. Yeah, Inland is the Microsoft Store brand, but do they sell it on Amazon? I don't know. But it's also manufactured by like the largest filament manufacturer in the world, which is also a couple of different brands. Yes, Ricky, that would be it. But they graciously accept all of the plastic. They've dropped it to 16. That's a pretty good deal. Sold by Micro Center. Gotcha. Ricky and I were talking about Paramount filament the other day. They offer a lot of different colors, like unusual colors. And I got some to make, yes, another mini Joe Prusa, but I wanted it to be flesh tone. And so I got some Paramount flesh tone, and the MMU doesn't care for it too much. I don't know if it's undersized in spots or something, but it's pretty affordable and it's a good color. So I probably wouldn't recommend it for the MMU, but for another printer, it seems to work just fine. Oh, and I just dropped I dropped Smurf Joe. Back in PLA. Yes, I am also waiting for Proofsman on the Amazon store. Will do, Ben. Will do. Scott, that is the only bad part, is I have to pay to ship it all. And I ship them probably 10 boxes a year or so. Big ones. But, yeah, I have to pay to ship it all. And it's about $25 a box. Or 19 something a box or something like that. They do have very unusual colors. I've kind of noticed that as well, Ricky. I think it's just a little bit shy of 175. John subscribed. Thank you, John. Best place to get PETG for the price? If you're looking for cheap value PETG, Inland is awesome. I've used a ton of Inland PETG, and it's good stuff. I recommend sticking with the translucent stuff, though. The stuff that I don't have any right offhand, but you'll know it when you see it. That's good stuff. Now, if you want awesome PETG, but you're gonna have to pay for it, and you live in the U.S., IC3D PETG is looking pretty good. I've been printing with it recently. I just got some in last week. I've been printing with it the last couple of days, and it's really consistent. But it's a little pricey. I call it I call this Merculess. I love it. On one printer, no, I used 3 printers. Both of my MK2s and the Pulse were printing snappy parts for about 7 days. Yeah, they have some really cool colors. Mini Chris, that's what we need. That'd be cool. I've talked about that before, but just having a Prusa style with the ponytail, the black shirt and everything that we could do on the MMU2. I'd be so pumped for that. There you go, work it into the Branson trip. Just dump it off. You've had measurements up to 1.95. That's not good. Ben, he did at $10. Ben, man, what are you doing? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Again, at the $10 level, the next month going forward, you will get a box of stuff. I gain more swag all the time too, so I've got 4 or 5 different things now that go in the swag box. Amazon PETG, that's exactly what this stuff is. So Good Godster will get to experience that as well. MG Chemicals, okay. Steven, we have been live since 10 Central, so a couple hours now. Decepticon purple, that's pretty funny. I like that. Don sent me an email, okay. What's a good flexible filament? There's a lot of different options for flexible, but flexible is hard to talk about because what do you mean? There are so many different hardness shears of flexible that it's all over the map. The stuff that I am most familiar with is just generic TPE, and it's fairly solid for a flexible filament. You know, it's like rubber hose or something. It's not like Ninjaflex where it's like printing with a rubber band. So I hate to even weigh in on that because there are so many different types. It depends what you want to do with it. I have had good luck with just cheap TPE from like Inland. It seems to work just fine. You're not going to find many colors, but... To go with Walter and Funking, nice. Well, Ben, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're a fan. I'm a fan of yours as well. I wish I had more time to watch YouTube videos so I could get caught up on all of yours. What hot end? I have no clue. It's some sort of old school. It uses like an MK11 nozzle, Mark 11 nozzle, whatever you want to say. It's kind of just a tube and a motor. There's not much extrusion to it. No, the Pulse has a build tack sheet on it, and that stuff sticks too good. So no, I don't use anything on it. Recent, it runs 20 degrees hotter. Ninjaflex. Ninjaflex is good stuff. Exactly, Justin. That stuff, it does. You can print it pretty quick, and it prints nice. Put glue stick down if you're using PEI, because it will be on there permanently. But, yeah, it seems to work okay. I've made a lot of things with it. TPU, yeah, you're going to get down into the more flexible area. It might cause you some headache. But if you had like a Bondtech extruder, you'd probably be just fine. It's not 4K. Yeah. Yeah, I probably couldn't even stream 4K. You're losing subs? Well, that's no good. I lose subs, but I don't know. I think it's the YouTube algorithm. You know, like they go through and clean up accounts, so I'll lose a couple. But recently, the subscribers have been killing it, and I appreciate all of you. We have been climbing, awesome, and I'm glad. I am glad for the sub count. That means a lot to me. It means a lot that people want to hang out, but also I'm glad that the content is what you want to see. So when I see subs go up, I know, hey, you want to see Marlin 2.0. So we'll do more of that. That's cool. Flexes but doesn't stretch, okay. Whoa, you're pushing 250. Mine is not the Garolite one. I have the base model Pulse, and it comes with a Mark 42 bed like on a Prusa. So it's a piece of PCB with a Buildtax sheet on it. I am planning on switching it out with a PEI sheet because I like the way they print better. Buildtax is cool and everything, but if you use PLA and ABS, they work great. If you use PETG, it sticks too good. It's really hard to get a nice amount of squish on a Buildtax sheet for PETG. I run PETG bed temperatures a little hot. I could probably pull back on it a little bit, and that would help. But that Buildtax is some serious stuff, and it's not the cheapest stuff in the world either. Like 3 sheets is $45. They always say 300 millimeters a second. If this thing went 300 millimeters a second, it'd jump right out the window. .3dprintingnewyork.com, okay. YouTube does some weird things. YouTube crushes all of my links. I get 3 or 4 comments a week, hey, this link doesn't work. Well, it worked a week ago, and it got sabotaged by something. So I have to go back through and put in all those links again all the time. There you go. See, that's the awesome part of this community. You'll get one more sub for supporting another YouTuber. We're not in this by ourselves. Marlin 1.8, 1.9, or 1.2. I like, if we're just talking 8-bit printers at the moment, 1.9 has been working fine for me for everything. There have been users reporting to me they can't get 1.9 to work, so they go to like the 2.0 bug fix, which, by the way, 2.0 today supports 8-bit and 32-bit. So you can compile it. If you've watched that video, you don't have to go through Atom and Platform IO for your 8-bit board. You can use it just like you would any other if you're using 8-bit boards. I personally have been sticking with 1.9 on pretty much everything. I have tried Garolite. I've had a couple of machines that I no longer have. I don't think I have one with Garolite on it. I've tried printing on Garolite before. It works. I don't have enough experience to tell you to go buy a Garolite sheet, but it's not really much. It's no more affordable than a lot of the other options. People are starting to go to it, though. I'm not sure why Matter Hackers decided to go Garolite, but... Zach, well, thank you very much. I'm glad you could catch it live. Yeah, I mean, the cameras are... I would like to get a better camera, and I would like to take that step up, you know, to something really awesome. But going from the setup that I have, to the next step up is really expensive. So maybe someday we'll get there. Yeah, URL shorteners, I try as much as I can. Awesome, Ben. Hey, Colin Make Stuff is here. Yes, I am safe at home because it is terrible outside. Dale just subscribed. Thank you very much, Dale. Camille, I don't know why my Patreon things aren't coming through. Camille just became a $10 Patreon supporter. You're killing it today. Thank you very much. Again, it's so appreciated. At the $10 level, in a month, you get a box of stuff. Well, thank you. The Mosquito video was kind of fun. It didn't turn out exactly like I wanted it to. Not so much the video, but the testing. I wanted it to be like so amazing, and it's better. I mean, it's a better hot end, but it's not 3 times better, if you know what I mean. So, but that's why we test. Plus, I love those guys at Slice Engineering. Chris and Dan, super nice. Glass guy, a lot of guys are glass. Colin, I hope you got all the stuff you need. Hope you bought extra beer just in case you get snowed in. What do I think of the unified TH3 THD firmware? I don't like getting away from base Marlin because base Marlin supports everything. It's all packed in there, and I have nothing. I don't have a consistent base to help you with your firmware. If I'm not using the offering that's most common and the one that supports everyone, every machine, then I'm not able to help as much. So I stay away from the catered versions like that for different machines. I just don't use them. I would rather use the code for stock Marlin, hack it, and make it work on that machine so I can show you how to do that. So you could use it on a Delta, you could use it on Core XY, use it on your Creality, whatever. So that's my thoughts. But it is easier. I think it is. I don't know. I've never tried it. But I think it's easier if you have a Creality machine or whatever machines they support. I have no clue. But I think it's a little more straightforward to use, maybe. But I recommend going straight Marlin. The CMUC Artemis, it's amazing, and I wish I had one. I've seen them in person. I've seen Chuck's in person. Those things are so cool. Gear lights for nylon.
Keep it going.
Zach, $11.34 Streamlab tip. Thank you very much, Zach. That is much appreciated. I will keep it going as long as I possibly can. I'm way behind on chat. I'm going to have to let a few go. If you just asked me a question, you might have to ask it again. Even better with stuff. Yeah, awesome. What's going on with that? Oh, nice. Colin, you can go ahead and put the hammer down on that if you'd like. You're packed. Nice. Yes, John. That's just how I feel about it. That's how I like to do things. I like to keep things consistent. That's why I only use the same slicer as well. If I stay in the same profile range, I can tell you exactly this is what I did to test this machine. This is what I changed on it. That's if somebody requests that I test Cura or Simplify 3D or Kiss Slicer or something like that on a certain thing, I will try to help. But it doesn't work when you're doing this type of machine-to-machine testing. It doesn't really work all that well. No, anytime. And if there is a machine that you don't see, like that you're struggling with a Marlin config on, get a hold of me, Twitter or email or whatever. I might have it already. I try to post a lot of them on like the forums and GitHub and stuff, the complete configs, or I'll just link them from my Google Drive. But if I might have a config if you're missing one. They're not going to be perfect, but they will work. Yeah, see, Matt, that just doesn't work for me. Thank you, Colin. Titan extruder on Black Friday sale? Yeah, I don't know. Matter Hackers maybe. I bought a Titan from Matter Hackers a couple of months ago, actually. Your chat stopped? Huh. I do not have a Facebook account at all. James pledged $10 Patreon. Wow. Thank you so much for the support. $10 again, you will get a box of stuff. So that's awesome. Thank you very much. I don't have anything Facebook. What is the most expensive machine I have? The most expensive machine I have that you know about, that you've seen on this channel, is total, all said and done, is probably the MK3. Now I gotta think. Yeah, it's gotta be. It's the MK3. But if you don't count shipping, shipping, the Pulse is right in there. It was about the same money, I want to say. So they're right on the same level. For a Stratasys. You're killing me. Cool. I'm glad that Maker Select could always use some auto bed leveling, I think. That we know about. Yes, I have some machines sitting over there that I still have to get to, but we'll get to them eventually. But there's a but, yeah. I don't think I bought anything on Black Friday either. I did look around. I did look around at machines. I did buy some stuff from Matter Hackers on Friday. Mike, it is going well. How about yourself? Could you drive externally? You could. I'm not sure how you'd communicate with it. I'd have to think about that. What do you need it for? Do you need it to be tandem or independent? If it was tandem, yes, you could definitely do that. But it's killing me. I'm hoping to get a couple more live streams out of the way, so that you will know more about it. We're getting close to doing the bridging. A10M. Yeah, Mike, let us know about that. People have been asking me a lot of questions about that one. I do not have one, but I can tell you, if I had to pick a company, like Creality or G-Tech, I think I'd go G-Tech. That's just me. I mean, not machine-wise. Based on my history, not machine-wise. I think the Creality machines are a little better, but the G-Tech support, they have support and parts available. So hopefully their machines are getting better. Like the A10, they seem to be okay. Hopefully their machines are getting better because their support is tons better. Yeah, Bryce, that would take me. You could do it independently. You could do it externally outside the board, but it would take me a while to figure that one out. New computer, awesome. Yeah, the front page, that is convenient, isn't it? Those BQ machines, I don't have one of those yet. I have not experienced that. Yeah, mixing in the slicer. Ben Craig is the mixing guy. I go to him for questions on mixing. He has a good video on it. Awesome. Yes, Bryce, please. Knowledge is always welcome. Sweet. Thanks, Ben. So that's an interesting topic. So if you've been around the channel for a while, I have received 2 machines for free for review in my history. I got a CR10 and then I got an Chongqi X5S. Okay? Those are the only 2 machines that I've ever received. And I wouldn't say it didn't work out well. I mean, it worked out just okay. They didn't care for the review that I did on the second machine, which I wouldn't care for it either. But hey, it is what it is. But since then, I've kind of gotten out of the market of, hey, I'll review a machine. I just ignored it because I had enough going on. I didn't need another machine to review, whatever. So Banggood has been sending me emails for months. And they kept saying, well, do a review for us. And I said, okay, well, send me this printer. And they would say, no, that's too expensive. And I said, okay, see you later. And they would send me another one, they would send me another one, and they'd send me another one. So the 5,000 subscriber giveaway, we gave away an Ender 3. And the person that received that printer was in Brazil, and Yearbest, who is my usual affiliate, they would not ship to Brazil. So I applied for an affiliate account with Banggood because they had an Ender 3 for around the same price, and they would ship to Brazil. So there we go. I got an affiliate account. It made the printer a little cheaper because I bought it on my own link, and we called it a day. Well, then Banggood comes back with another email and says, hey, do you want one of these 3D printers? And I said, well, I would like to have this 3D printer. And they said, well, that one's too expensive. And I said, okay, have a good day. Well, 6 weeks later, this printer shows up at my door. And in fact, I don't even know that it's a 3D printer, honestly. At that point, I didn't. It's just a box. The power outlet is like sticking out the side from where they packed it. And it's sitting over there. And then I got an email last week sometime wanting to know where the review was. And I replied, I haven't had time to get to that. And if you would like it back, I will ship it to you. Or I can do it when I have time. And they came back very nice and said, oh, we're sorry. Take all the time you need. Thank you. And I said, okay, that sounds good. But again, I have a lot of stuff that I need to get done anyway. Doing a review on one of these machines really isn't on the top of my list to do because it's probably not going to be great and they're probably not going to like the review anyway. So I just thought it was kind of a funny scenario of how that all went down. So that's my story on Banggood right now. Hopefully everything pans out and everything's fine. Ben's too busy playing games. One part vodka, 2 parts tonic. That's my type of mixing. X5 has a few issues. I don't like messing with SLA. It just seems like too big of a hassle to me. I don't like the dealing with the resin and the cure baths and then the UV, and it just seems like too much of a headache. This is so much easier. If I was doing like miniatures or something really small with detail, sure, I'd get into SLA, but that's not really my thing. Maybe eventually, but... Yes, all of them, like I said, all of them except 2 for now, currently, I have paid for and done the review. I won't do, I can't tell you something is good even if I didn't pay for it. So, but it's much easier to tell you if it's bad if I did pay for it. I don't feel so bad for the company. Laser Center, there you go. Matter Hackers has a print dry system for 120 bucks. That's basically a filament dryer, but it might be a little pricey. It's basically a dehydrator, right? So it might be a little pricey, but it's pretty cool looking. I'd considered buying one, and you can print straight from it. It's got the fittings and everything on it. It's kind of neat. How I do it is here. Matt, how are you? The review of the Breakout game, phenomenal. Love it. In fact, I'm going to play that on the stream this afternoon. A CR10 S5? Not really. I'm not really interested in a lot of those giant machines. Just calling up and having a review it. That would be hilarious. That would be one of the greatest videos ever. Yeah, and that's another thing, Matt. I don't sell. I'm not good at it. I don't like pushing links on people. Running I just don't feel right about it. So I don't sell anything, so they don't send me anything, and I'm fine with that. It's cool. Yeah, Matt, have at it. If that's something you need. Yeah, Spark Maker, that was kind of the yeah, I don't know. Grandpa Joe 3D pledged $20 on Patreon. That is insane. Thank you very, very much for that pledge. I think you are one of 2 people in that tier, and that is awesome. So at $20, you get all the stuff in the other tiers, and you also get a shirt that comes with it. So in a couple of months, or in a month and a half, or whatever it is now, you will get all of that stuff in the mail. Thank you very, very much. James, alternate James is here. Hello, how are you? I haven't seen original James. I think it's hot enough. They use it for carbon fiber, nylon X and stuff like that. I think it's probably hot enough. But you're probably talking to Matt, but I was talking about the Matter Hackers one. $35 Rosewell dehydrator. I would be interested in that. I've got a couple rolls that aren't amazing right at the moment. I should try it. To the Amazon. I have considered that, you know, how cheap can you go? I don't know. I think you just... Well, I kind of did that already. I had an iMaker Start that was 99 bucks. And that I consider that being bottom of the barrel. That's about as cheap as I'd ever want to try to go. I think they were losing money at that price. And it was just okay. I mean, it printed. It's all right. It would be okay to get you started. Yeah, Ian, I completely understand that, and I do have affiliate links on a lot of the videos. If I'm talking about a machine, I have an Amazon affiliate link, and I think that's in multiple countries, and I think that's probably more useful than a GearBest link. People do buy stuff from my GearBest links and my Banggood link, and that is always appreciated, but you know, never required. The finances. The finances do help. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm just like everybody else. I got a day job, and sometimes it's hard to keep the content coming. But yes, definitely, it never hurts to have affiliate links. My ad revenue is pretty good. I cash out once a month. I do pretty well. I mean, not great, but better than nothing. This printer's doing okay. It had some filament stuck in it from the factory, and that was an issue. We had to do a little surgery, but it was quick and painless. We got it done. Carl Brown is here. Hello. What's the heat block? It's a kind of an interesting one. It's really oblong. It's, I don't know, 40 millimeters long, maybe? It's kind of an interesting setup. It has like an 11 millimeter nozzle on it. It is very unique looking. It's kind of old school, actually. Awesome. That's a good day, Ben. 3D Gusner is here. Hello, 3D Gusner. How are you? Yeah, and I don't know that they still sell those for $99, but at one time, last year, around before Christmas, they were selling them for 99 bucks. You're a little late, but we're still printing. We still got benchy time going here. Well, smoke stacking, yeah. It looks like a decent print to me. Solidoodles, nice. I've seen those before. A10 just won't print, huh? Nice, Carl. Nice. We'll be doing the FKB stream on this channel today. So, oh crap. I don't know what my NG code looks like for this machine. I think it home Z. That's okay though. I'll fix that. Awesome. Well, good thing a lot of people showed. Benchy's done. It's a little stringy, and it's really candy striped. There's a lot of stepper noise on that benchy, but it can be worked with. Capacity in pounds. Yeah, well, they're from California. How's let's look in on the MMU. How's it doing? It's working on it. Maybe they'll be done by this afternoon stream. There's some really wild little beaver prints. It's gonna be kind of cool. What was the default FFF for this? Not as stringy as I've seen in the past. I'm using the default Prusa settings basically. Stuff for like the MK2, Mark II. People get mad when I say MK2, by the way. I've noticed. Mark II and Mark III. I'm using stock settings for the Mark II, except a few touches of my own, like retraction settings. Gusner, I did upgrade all of the firmware for the MMU2 because I was having an issue. I was having a pause timeout issue. And I upgraded yesterday, and I haven't seen that issue yet. So I'm really, really hoping that that fixed it, because that was really annoying. Shane from Prusa has been working on it with me on the side, even over the holiday, and it was much appreciated. But it is a really weird issue that when you hit that. So I'm hoping that is gone. $300, that'll fix that stepper noise, that's right. Printed solid sale. A little bit. All right. I was having a pause timeout issue, Stephen. For the MMU, it would, if you let it set, so if it, I've been using some unpredictable filaments just to test them out, right? And if it misses a load or something like that, it will pause. But if you leave it too long, like if I'm letting it print overnight, if you leave it too long, the MMU times out and all the motors lose voltage, and you can never recover from it. You can occasionally reboot the MMU and it will come back to life, but it doesn't always restart where it should. And it's really frustrating. But so far, upgrading to this new version of firmware, I haven't seen that issue. And I have had it pause overnight. It paused overnight last night for hours, and it was still good. So hopefully they got that fixed. Bear upgrade? I don't know that one. Yeah, I've seen people talk about that. Nuru was talking about that. I need to go do some reading on it. I have not tried it. Really? In a good way, Stephen? I look tired? I'm always tired. All right, let's move this. I'll try not to. All right, Ben. We'll see you this afternoon. Later this afternoon, I guess I should say. How focused is that? Probably not the best focus.
Okay, so Benchy, not decent. I mean, not decent. It is decent. It looks pretty good. I mean, it could be a little more consistent, but I've seen much, much worse. You were noticing that it curled as it did the back. There it is. I mean, you got that blob. Basically, that's the seam, though. That's where it's putting that seam. But it was, you could definitely tell while it was printing that the part cooling fan was not doing as good a job as it could have. Completely not visible nameplate. The hole's pretty nice and round, not bad. This side, about the same, not bad. You can see, if you hold it in the light just right, there's the candy striping that you see when you get stepper driver noise. TL smoothers will actually take care of that. That's not my favorite fix, but sometimes that's all you can do. Band-Aid fix. You can see the Z down here too, kind of the wiggle. That's noise, as I like to refer to it. The bridging looks good, better than I thought it was going to. There is minimal stringing. The smokestack is nice and sharp and round, not squished at all. Top surface looks good. The decking looks good. The bottom, for doing it on the fly, for leveling on the fly, not bad. A little bit elephant foot maybe, just a touch. But in the overhang in front, it's a little messy. But again, part cooling would take care of that. Not a bad Benchy, I would say. I print in my basement. That would be a good sticker. What would cause a print to print in air after G29? I don't know. I don't know, unless there's some bad start G code in there. Not so bad. Not perfect, but a good first run. We'll get it dialed in. We'll try another one this afternoon. Well, I mean, TL Smoother alternative. There's nothing you can do quickly, right? I mean, there were probably a couple of things that you could do electronically to get around that, but a better board and driver would be preferred. I mean, that's the only way you're ever going to get completely around it, because it's not going to it might get rid of that inconsistent striping that you see, but it's not going to get rid of that noise, the wave. It's not happening. Yeah, TMC 2130. That's a good alternative. They don't come with a part cooling fan stock. That mine didn't anyway. Ricky's now did not. Yeah, it could be bad Z offset. Do M503 and look for M851. See what it says. You might have to clear out your EEPROM. $2130 skip only on X. Wow. Maybe stall guards triggering. Okay. That is it for today's morning stream. We will be on Fun in the Country Basement this afternoon. What time is it anyway? It's 1:28. So in an hour and a half, I will be back down here for Fun in the Country Basement, and we'll hang out for a couple of hours and with Walter and Glenn, maybe Xander or Zach, and we will talk some more. I appreciate everyone coming to the stream today, as always. Sergio, thank you very much again for the stuff to give away. I'm sure everyone will enjoy it. All the tips today and the Patreon support. Jeez, you guys killed it. Thank you so much. So, I'll go eat some lunch, and I'll be back. So we'll, this channel, the notification should come up, and we'll do another one. I'll talk to you all very soon. Thank you very much.